Well, hello, my gig workers and my shoppers. My name is Sarah, and this is Sarah, the shopper. And I've just got some tales of the Wild West, and I'm just finishing up my super coffee. It is the dark roast, I believe. Delicious, strong espresso strength, and infused with some B vitamins. Who doesn't need a few B vitamins, right? Anyway, I'm here with, the usual what's going on out there, and it is pretty wild, right? I I laughed the other day because I was down on my hands and knees reaching for something in the back. I think it was like a crushed and peeled, no salt added Toro can of tomatoes or something like that. And there was one there with the no salt added, and I felt like, it just made my day. You know that feeling. Of course, I had to call the jaws of life, to get me back up. But it was a score for Sarah and the customer to get that can. You know that feeling. I I got to the bread counter a couple of days ago, and there was this entire shelf that was empty except for one loaf. It was upside down, and I didn't know what it was, and I pulled it out, and it was the 100% whole wheat Panera that I was looking for. All the rest were the oats and multigrain and all of that stuff, and it was like, this is really, my higher power God works for me in this one, because you know what it's like when you get it's like you have to call them with enough stuff. It's like they have to have this yogurt. I laugh. Don't you laugh when you get this order? And it's like one mango, one peach, one strawberry, one plain Chobani's. And you get to the Chobani, you know, area. And it's like there's two pro, whatever they are, the ones with the high protein ones. You just kind of laugh. You just picture them at home. They've got their coffee, maybe their cigarette butt, their phone, and they're going, yeah, one of those looks good. Oh, I haven't had that flavor in a long time. I think yeah, let me get one of those too, and let me try over here. And it's like, dream on, sister. You're not, it ain't here, honey. You just, and so then you have to start that dialogue. They don't have the da 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 da. They don't have your Yoplait whips in strawberry mousse or whatever it is. It's just hysterical. And I told you about the one guy with the flyer, and he walks up to me and he's pointing at the raspberries, and he said, "Your flyers ought to match what you have for sale here." And it's like, did you think I was like from that Mike, what is that Mike thing that with the Dirty Jobs or something, or the millionaire one? The one where I'm CEO of Shaw's, and I purposely do that. 2 months in advance, I purposely have them do flyers. So when it comes to that sale date, it's just, their reality is just so skewed from being home so long. They just have no idea that when it comes to low inventory, it could mean them. Yes, you. Yeah, you thinking that you're going to get what you want because you're you. You're that special person. Anyway, so they are, as you know, I'm an in-store shopper for Shaw's, which is also Star, Albertsons, and Safeway. And so we have the Doug department, right? I call it the dugout because it's, corny. And we've got the racks for the ambient and the freezers and the refrigerators, en masse, and the big carts that we shop with, and just all the stuff, right? Well, that's going to be self checkout beginning on Friday. And they're moving our entire department over to where there was a pharmacy that became, the drawer you have in your kitchen that is just a mishmash of everything. And, who knows what's there, right? Coupons from 2017 for like buy one, get one free. Yeah, that drawer. Picture the entire room. It's like when I see some people doing videos from their designer kitchens where, like, what do? Order takeout, and then It just sits on that granite counter because you don't even cook, and it's like this pristine, those huge kitchens, and uh, and so the pharmacy, it's just this huge amount of space. And there's heat there, which is nice because there's no heat in the regular store, which is why I dress for winter whatever day I'm showing up for work. People like don't believe me. It's like, come in and work here. And thank God this is my hand whoops. This is my hand warmer, and I got it from Amazon. It was $25. And as you can see, it's got this little recharge thing. It's fabulous. And sometimes I put it in my back, like at the top of my jeans, and other times I just keep it for my hands. And I'll look at the people that are working at restocking the freezers or the produce. The produce guy had his hands under the heat lamps where they put the roasted chickens, the rotisserie chickens the other day. And I said, I told you, I got that hand warmer. It really helps when you're dealing with the chill because you can't warm up, right? So anyway, they're moving our entire Doug thing to this, used to be the pharmacy place, Friday. So today is my day off. So tomorrow I go in and they'll be moving it. And the crews have been here. And it's kind of cool because remodels are fun and it will be a stressful day, a stressful week, probably just getting adjusted to where they're doing it. But anyway, so that's my in-store shopping update. And so yesterday and today are my 2 days off, and I just adore point pickup. I love point pickup. And it's only with Shaw's because I guess Stop and Shop has their own delivery. I've seen the little baby trucks when I used to work for a truck company. Yes, I was in a Teamsters local in Boston, and I was in the office and I organized the office. I was a Teamster girl, local 25, don't you know, out of Somerville. And they called them city trucks because they were small enough to negotiate, doing drop-offs in the city in the busy little tiny little one-way, no parking, no double parking streets. And so I see a lot of those that say Peapod, you pick, we deliver, or something like that. So, yeah. So it's only Shaw's. So anyway, there was a great one there yesterday. And I had the same one exactly last week. And so I said, oh, that's a fun day because it's kind of like I do it for hint and giggles because, I've got a nice paycheck from Shaw's. So when I do point pickup, it's to see the Cape in the winter. I mean, I live in a beautiful area and it's in the winter. It's great. I love winters because there's nobody on the road. And so it's great. So I had it the week before and it was great. And the husband came out and helped me. Oh, it was wonderful. Now I have a little red wagon, so I can use that as well. So I saw the order and then it went away. And I said, oh, damn, that would have been a fun one. Then I saw another one, which was so many miles in the opposite direction. I said, well, that would be a fun trip. I haven't seen that side of the Cape in months because you can't go near it in the summer or the what they're called shoulder seasons, right, Brian? The spring and the fall. And so anyway, so I continued along. I did my Whole Food shopping for me, and I did some BJ's shopping for me. And the order came back, and it was $5 more on top of it for the point pickup. And I said, oh, hell yes. So I drive to the Shaw's location. It's 14 miles away, but it takes like 40 minutes to get to. It's still a little congested in that area because there's only one way there and one way away from there. And so it's a $30 point pickup. That works for me. I just want to have a couple of hours of seeing the Cape and making some money. $606 order. There must have been 25 bags. It was 2 carts, right? The Doug shopper there said, you might want to get a second cart. And no problem. And I'm so glad I had my little red wagon and I knew right where I was going. So I drive there and $30 is good for me because I didn't shop that $606 order. And so as I'm delivering it, the lady of the house pulls up and it's gorgeous. And, I see one truck there that says builder designer. So this is where they live. Beautiful home. to deliver the $606, and it was all high end, the organic and the best of, and the, you know, grain fed, no grass finished, and all that kind of stuff. Tons of veggies, tons of Pete and Jerry organic eggs. And she comes rushing out with a $20 bill. And it's like, yeah, man, I can do this all day to Sunday. And so, anyway, it was a nice afternoon. So I'm hoping that there's some point pickups. I go on to see what Instacart has. And it still remains sad. And if you're doing this for your living, it still remains sad. And you hope that, like, can it just get a little bit better? And DoorDash here, you have to sign up and take chunks of time. So I'm never qualifying for that because I'm doing my errands along with the DoorDash options. So I like the point pickup. And so I will continue to do it. I will continue to find those, the unicorns on the shelf, that one loaf of the whole wheat Panera bread. Oh, such a gift. Or you get somebody, they actually answer the phone when I call them on the Doug phone. It says New Jersey, and they think I'm, calling them a telemarketer. And I said, no, I'm not a telemarketer from New Jersey. I'm your shopper. And they're all out of the Chobani that you wanted. Is there something else? And so anyway, we try to massage our customers and keep them and make them happy and pleased with the service that we offer, just like, I do as a pup driver, as Instacart when I used to do it, and I'll do it again on my days off if it ever shows a unicorn or a decent, batch. But for now, Instacart is just crazy. There's just nothing worth taking. Thank goodness for pup. I love it. So, and I love shopping and continue to love it. Continue to look for those hard to find items. And even in the winter months, so far I've dodged a lot of the bad weather. It's been there, but fortunately, it's funny because when I'm working in the dugout, somebody will come in from DoorDash or point pickup on the lousy weather days and pick up the orders. So I'm not going out to the car, that thing in the slush. You remember, Brian, when you lived up here, right? And you go out in that slush and you're trying to navigate the damn carriage or buggy, as you call it. And it's just oh God, this isn't enough. And they sit in the car and they just say, thanks. You're welcome. We love our jobs, don't we? So keep on gigging. It's there. Look forward to spring when we can get out there and gig and have some good orders and some pleasant days and get that sunshine. I consider it my vitamin D, so I'm multitasking along with making money because the sun's coming through the windshield, and it's the only way that I get the vitamin D is when I'm driving, because I'm not sitting out in the yard. No, I'm not. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah the Shopper with another tale of what goes on in our gig life. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.